Hello students, in the last class we discussed the concept, that is the length of the chord of parabola y square is equals to 4ax passing through vertex and that makes an angle alpha with the axis is 4a cosecant alpha cot alpha. What is angle alpha? Alpha is angle made by the chord that is passing through vertex and that makes an angle alpha with the axis is 4a cosecant alpha cot alpha. With that help of that formula, we find the length of the side of equilateral triangle which is inscribed in the parabola y square is equals to 4ax. And also we discussed about the length of the double archnate which is at a distance k from vertex. What is that? 4 root ak. That is also used so many times in our problems. And we discussed about the different forms of the parabolas, how to find the equation of parabola when its ends of the lattice rectum are given to you. Suppose their ends are ends of the lattice rectum by joining of them, that is lattice rectum is parallel to x-axis or y-axis, you can do easily. If it is not parallel to x-axis or y-axis, you have to find the focus and directrix and then go for SP by PM is equals to E. Also we derived the E is 1 here. Also we derived the condition that 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ is equals to 2 by L, where SP and SQ are the focal segments of the focal chord of parabola and L is semi-lattice rectum, then 1 by SP plus 1 by SQ equal to 2 by L. Therefore, SP, L and SQ are in harmonic progression. Okay, let us see some of the problems related to the same concepts. So, this is the problem. Parabolas, there are two parabolas, y square is equals to 4a into x minus c1 and x square is equal to 4a into y minus c2, where c1 and c2 are variables. Where c1 and c2 are what? Variables. Such that they touch each other. The two parabolas touch each other, then the locus of their point of contact is what? Why we are getting different points of contacts? Because C1 and C2 are variables. By changing the values of C1, C2, we get different parabolas. So we get pair of different parabolas, they touch each other at some point. You get different point of contacts. We have to find out the locus of their point of contact. For some C1, C2, let us draw the diagrams of the two given parabolas like that. This is the x-axis and y-axis, coordinate axis. This is its point of intersection. Y square equal to 4a into x minus c1. c1 comma 0 is the vertex and 4a is the length of lattice rectum. Suppose this is c1 comma 0, say. And this is the vertex of the parabola. Okay, and 0 comma C2 is the vertex of this parabola. So these two parabolas touch each other. Okay. We have to find out the locus of point of contact of this point. So these are the two parabolas. One has axis along x-axis and another one has axis along y-axis. This is its focus. 0 comma C2. This is 0 comma C1. These two parabolas touch each other in this manner. Suppose they touch each other at P, say. You have to find out the locus of that point P. Now, by changing the values of C1, C2, the two parabolas automatically will change even though they touch each other. We have to find out the locus of the point of contact. Suppose the point of contact is P x1 comma y1, say. Now my question is, the tangent drawn at this point of contact is same or not? Yes, the tangent drawn at this point of contact is always same. That may be passing through origin or not, whatever it may be, the tangent. So the slope of tangent at P to both the curves are same. Therefore, we have y square is equals to 4a into x minus c1. Differentiate on both sides with respect to x, we get 2y dy by dx is equals to 4a minus 0. Implies dy by dx is equal to 4a by 2y, that is equals to 2a by y. At x1 comma y1 is what now? This is at x1 comma y1 2a by y1. This is say m1. Again the second curve is what? X square is equal to 4a into y minus c2. This is the second curve. Again differentiate with respect to x on both sides, we get 2x is equal to 4a times of dy by dx. Implies dy by dx at x1 comma y1 is what now? This is the slope of tangent at that same point P to the second curve, that is x by 2a. x1 by 2a is there. x1 by 2a. This is m2. Now clearly these slopes must and should be equal because the common tangent is unique here. So m1 is equals to m2 I am going to apply. m1 is equals to m2. So 2a by y1 is equals to what? x1 by 2a. Implies x1 y1 is equals to 4a square. Therefore what is my locus of x1 y1? Therefore locus of x1 y1 is locus of x1 comma y1 is xy is equals to 4a square. This is a rectangular hyperbola, whatever it may be. In this manner we can write the locus of the point of contact of two parabolas. One has axis along x-axis, other one has axis along y-axis. So the parabolas are varying. Suppose C2 is changed. Suppose your parabola may be like this and another parabola may be like this. This is the another point of contact. So you get different point of contacts. You collect all those point of contacts, you get some locus, that is xy is equals to 4a square. Understand? Next one. This is the question. The locus of point on the variable parabola y square equal to 4ax, whose distance from the focus is always equal to k, is equal to what? Where a is parameter. A is the parameter. Locus of point on the variable parabola y square equal to 4ax. This is varying by changing the value of a. That is why they are called a as variable. That is, a is parameter. So locus of point on the variable parabola whose distance from the focus is always equal to k. That is, the focal distance of the point on the variable parabola is always k here. So this is my parabola. It is varying by changing the values of a itself. So this is the point on the parabola P. This is the focus, corresponding focus. SP, the distance, is always equal to what they are given to you? K. The focal distance of the point is k units. What is focal distance? Suppose my point is x1 comma y1. The focal distance SP is equals to PM. PM is nothing but x1 plus a. So SP is equals to PM. That is equals to x1 plus a, that is given as k units. x1 plus a is equals to k units. So x1 plus a whole square is equals to what, my dears? K square. x1 plus a whole square is equals to k square. So what is the variable here? The parameter. A is the parameter. So we have to eliminate that one. Your x1 y1 lies on the parabola. We have y1 square is equals to 4a x1. Implies x1 is what now? x1 is equals to y1 square by a is equals to, say, suppose a is equals to y1 square by 4x1. y1 square by 4x1. So you write x1 plus, instead of a by y1 square by 4x1, y1 square by 4x1 is equal to k. You may squaring or not squaring, because x1 plus a is positive. So this is also the value k positive, no need to squaring. Even though squaring, there is no problem. So implies 4x1 square plus y1 square is equal to 4k x1. Therefore, locus of x1 y1 is nothing but locus of x1 y1 is 4x square minus 4kx plus y square is equals to 0. This is the way. This is the required locus. Simple problem. The parabola is varying by changing the value of a itself. And one variable point is on the variable parabola. That is such a way that the focal distance is always equal to k. What is focal distance? SP is equals to PM. PM means what is the directrix here? X plus a. What is the perpendicular distance from x1 y1 to x plus a? Mod x plus a. x1 is greater than or equal to 0 and a is positive. So no need to take modulus. If there is modulus, you may be squaring. Otherwise, you directly write the value. So from x1 plus a is equals to k itself. From this condition itself, we can write the locus. Okay. This is the another question. If the line, what is the line? Y minus root 3x plus 3 equal to 0 cuts the parabola y square is equals to x plus 2 at P and Q. So some line and parabola intersect at P and Q. Then AP into AQ is equals to what? Where A is root 3 comma 0. Root 3 comma 0 is a point on the line. See here, y minus root 3x plus 3 equal to 0. 0 minus root 3 into root 3 minus 3 plus 3, that is equals to 0. If the line cuts the parabola at P and Q, then AP into AQ is equals to what they are asking. So where A is root 3 comma 0. Let us try to draw the rough diagram. So these are the coordinate axes. Y square is equal to x plus 2. What is the vertex of the parabola? Minus 2 comma 0. So this is minus 2 comma 0 say. The parabola is maybe like this. This is your parabola. Now the line is like this. Y is equals to, what is your line equation? Y is equal to root 3x minus 3. So slope of the line is root 3. The inclination is what? 60 degrees. So this is the point. This is the line passing through what? Root 3 comma 0. Suppose this is the root 3 comma 0. Your line makes an angle 60 degrees with x-axis. This is 60 degrees. This is the point A. It intersects the parabola at what? P and Q. P and Q. So we have to find out the product of the distances. PA into AQ. So AP into AQ we have to find out. For this, what you have to do? So you may say that by solving the line with parabola, you get 2 points and find the distance AP and AQ and product them, you get the answer. Yes, I agree with you. But the solving the line with the parabola is some more difficult, because substitute the y, it is in the root of 3. When you are keep the values at there, you get some quadratic equation. You have to write that one is a little bit of difficult. That is why I am going to use the parametric form of the line here. So can I write any point on the line itself or not? We know the angle, we know the point on the line itself. So any point on that line is taken as x1 plus r cos theta. Root 3 plus, what is r here? R cos theta. Cos 60 is 1 by 2. So root 3 plus r by 2 comma 0 plus r into sin 60 root 3 by 2. This is any point on the line. If this point is my either P or Q, can I substitute this point in the parabola or not? To get the values of different values of r, we have to substitute this point in that one. If it is R1 and it is R2, R1 and R2 are the distances, that is PA and QA. Immediately R1 and R2 are the roots of the quadratic equation formed by substituting this point on the curve. That is the logic. So substitute, this is the any point on the line. If it is my either P or Q, we have to substitute in that curve. Y square, that is R root 3 by 2 whole square is equals to x plus 2. Root 3 plus R by 2 times of R plus 2 is there. So 3R square by 4 is equals to what is your x value? Root 3 plus R by 2. 2 root 3 plus R plus 4 by 2 itself. 2 cancel out 2 times. 3R square is equals to 4 root 3 plus 8 plus 2R. Implies 3R square minus 2R plus, that is minus of 4 root 3 plus 8 is equals to 0. This is quadratic equation. Now what is the product of the roots? R1, R2 is equals to minus of 4 root 3 plus 8 by 3. But AP into AQ, these are the two distances. Distances is always positive. So we take the AP into AQ as AP into AQ is equals to modulus of this one. So you can take common 4. 4 into root 3 plus 2 by 3 units. AP into AQ is this one. We are taking the modulus because the lengths are always positive, the product of the lengths is always positive. Therefore, we take the modulus of R1, R2 as this one. Therefore, 4 into root 3 plus 2 by 3 is the product of the distances AP and AQ. So, without solving the line with the parabola, we are using the parametric form of the straight line. We take any point on this line and that point is my point of intersection of the line and parabola. So keep the point in this parabola itself. We get the quadratic equation. Its roots are nothing but the distances. That is the importance of the parametric form. So R1 and R2 are the roots of this equation. Then R1 is nothing but AP. R2 is nothing but your AQ. From that you can easily write the value of AP into AQ. Okay. See this one. This is also the problem related to the above concept itself. A line is drawn from A minus 2 comma 0 to intersects the curve y square is equal to 4x at P and Q. Some line is there. That is the line passing through what? The line is passing through the point A, passing through the point A 2 comma minus 2 comma 0 itself, and intersects the curve y square is equal to 4x at P and Q in the first quadrant, such that this is the condition. 1 by AP plus 1 by AQ is less than 1 by 4. Then slope of the line is always. So you have to find out the range of that slope, I think so. What is that? Y square equal to 4x is your parabola, and a line which is drawn from minus 2 comma 0 intersected P and Q. Up to this one we write the diagram. This is the y-axis, this is x-axis. These are the coordinate axis. Y square is equals to 4x is the parabola. This is y square is equals to 4x is the parabola. And that's a line passing through minus 2 comma 0. This is suppose a minus 2 comma 0. The line passing through minus 2 comma 0 intersects the parabola at 2 points P and Q as shown in this figure. And the AP and AQ satisfies this condition. So in the same manner, can I take the any point on this line or not? Suppose the line makes an angle theta with the positive direction of x-axis. Any point on line is taken as x1 plus r cos theta minus 2 plus r cos theta comma 0 plus r sin theta. If it is PRQ, if it is PRQ, then substitute this point in your parabola. Okay, so r sin theta whole square is equals to what we have, 4 into minus 2 plus r cos theta. R square sin square theta is equals to minus 8 plus 4r cos theta. Implies sin square theta into r square minus 4 cos theta into r plus 8 is equals to 0. Now what is the condition? From this condition, take the LCM. What you have? AQ plus AP by AQ into AP is less than 1 by 4. What is this? Sum of the roots of this equation. Am I correct or not? If R1 and R2 are the roots of this equation, R1 is AP, R2 is AQ. The same manner related to above problem. So AP plus AQ, sum of the roots. What is the sum of the roots? 4 cos theta by sin square theta. 4 cos theta by sin square theta whole divided by product of the roots is 8 by sin square theta, which is less than 1 by 4. Sin square theta gets cancelled. 4 2s are 8, 2 2s are 4. So cos theta less than 1 by 2. We obtain the condition cos theta less than 1 by 2. Cos theta is a decreasing function. Therefore, theta greater than pi by 3. Am I correct or not? When we get the cos theta is equal to 1 by 2, for theta is equals to pi by 3. Since cos theta is a decreasing function, therefore theta should be greater than pi by 3. Then only we get that chance. Theta greater than pi by 3. By taking tan on both sides, tan is increasing function in the first quadrant. Tan theta is greater than tan pi by 3. What is that? Root 3. What is your tan theta? Tan theta is nothing but slope m greater than root 3. What they are asking? See here, the slope of the line is always what they are asking. Slope of the line is always greater than 3 or root 3. That is your root 3. In this manner we can crack this one. So don't try to solve the line and parabola. Suppose this type of situations are arised in your any problem, immediately you use the concept of the parametric form of the straight line. So take any point which is in the parametric form on the line and substitute that point in your curve. Then immediately we get the distances AP and AQ, and what they are given in your condition, you have to apply that condition by using the sum of the roots and product of the roots, and we obtain the required result what you have. Okay. See here, this is the another question. Read thoroughly. An equilateral triangle SAB is inscribed in the parabola y square is equals to 4ax. So one equilateral triangle is there that is inscribed in the parabola y square equal to 4ax, having its focus is at what? S. So S is the focus of the parabola. If chord AB lies towards the left of S, so the chord AB is the left side of your focus, then the side length of this triangle is what? Then the side length of the triangle is what they are asking here. So first of all I write the parabola y square is equals to 4ax. This is my parabola y square is equals to 4ax. Okay. This is the focus of the parabola. This is S. And AB is the chord which is left side to this S. So our triangle is equilateral triangle. Your chord should be perpendicular to axis. Then only the symmetry will be possible. This is AB chord. This is my equilateral triangle. Okay. Now we have to find out the length of the side of the triangle. We have to find out the length of the side of the triangle. So what is the angle here? 60 degrees. Because the triangle is equilateral triangle, 60 degrees. This is also 60 degrees. It is also 60 degrees. What is your target? we have to find out the length of the side of the triangle. This is x. So it is nothing but length of the focal distance of chord AS, the segment AS, focal segment, focal distance of point A or focal distance of point B, or the distance from A to B you have to find out. Understand? So if it is 60 degrees, what is the angle here? 30 degrees. When it is 30 degrees, automatically it is 150 degrees. Now let us consider the coordinates of A as 80 square comma 280. So in these situations you have to take parametric equations itself. Any point on A is 80 square comma 280. What are the coordinates of S? A comma 0. Okay. Now coming to the point, can I get the slope of AS or not? Slope of AS is equals to, what we are doing in this manner, once if you get the coordinates of A itself, you can easily find the length, AS, or PM, SP by PM is equals to 1. Okay, if it is P, SP is equals to PM. That means AS is equals to AM. AM is the perpendicular distance from A to direct X. So that is my intention. Slope of AS is equals to 280 minus 0 by 80 square minus A. This is nothing but tan 150 degrees, that is minus 1 by root 3. So A gets cancelled. 2t by 1 minus t square is equals to 1 by root 3. From that, 2 root 3t is equals to 1 minus t square. Implies t square plus 2 root 3t minus 1 equal to 0. From that you can calculate the value of t itself. Implies t is equals to minus b minus 2 root 3 plus or minus root of b square, 4 3s are 12, plus 4ac, minus into minus, plus 4 by 2a, that is 2. That is minus 2 root 3 plus or minus 4 by 2. So minus 2 minus root 3 plus or minus 2 we obtained. T here, 80 square comma 280 is in the first quadrant by diagram itself. Therefore, what you have to take, T is always positive. So T is equals to 2 minus root 3 you have to take. Once if you get the value of T, your job is 99% completed. When it is 80 square comma 280, SP is nothing, SA is nothing but what? AM. AM is nothing but x1 plus A. The distance is what? 80 square plus A. Am I correct or not? The distance from here to here is 80 square plus A. This is also x. AS is equals to AM. Therefore, AS is equals to AM. That is what? 80 square plus A. That is A into T square plus 1. That is A times of T square. So 2 minus root 3 whole square plus 1. So by simplification this one, you get the value of AS. That is the length of the side of the equilateral triangle. A into, so 4 plus 3 minus 4 root 3 plus 1. So that is A into 7 plus 1, 8 minus 4 root 3. You can take 4 common, 4a times of 2 minus root 3. This is the length of the side of the triangle which is inscribed in the parabola, that is equilateral triangle. One of the vertex is focus of the parabola and one side is AB. Other side is AB, which is left side to the focus. All this information is given to you. Just by reading the question itself, you have to draw the figure thoroughly and what is given, how to proceed the problem. These are the very, very important things to you. So when it is equilateral triangle, this must be 30 degrees. When it is 30 degrees, automatically this becomes 150 degrees. By taking the parametric point on the parabola itself, you can take the slope of AS and equate that to minus 1 by root 3, and then you have to solve for T. Once if you have the value of T, the focal distance is nothing but A plus AT square. We mean A into 1 plus T square. From that you can crack the value as 4 into 2 minus root 3. Understand? See, this is the next question. Let S be the focus of y square is equal to 4ax and a point P be moving on the curve such that its abscissa is increasing at the rate of 4 units per second. S is the focus of parabola, y square is equals to 4x and a point P is moving on the curve such that its abscissa of the point is increasing at the rate of 4 units per second. Then the rate of increase of the projection of SP on x plus y equal to 1 where P is at that point 4 comma 4. P is the variable point. We have to find the result at what now? 4 comma 4. So we have to find the result at 4 comma 4. S is what? Focus of the parabola and P is the moving point on the curve such that the abscissa is increasing at the rate of 4. Read yourself once again. So I will try to draw the figure. These are coordinate axes. This is my parabola. P is the point which is variable point on this parabola P. The rate of change of abscissa, the rate of change of x coordinate is 4 units per second. The rate of increase of the projection of SP, what is S? Focus of the parabola. This is S. What is S for y square is equal to 4x 1 comma 0. On what? The projection on what? You have to take x plus y equal to 1. So x by 1 plus y by 1 is 1. X intercept is 1, y intercept is 1. So your line is in this manner. This is 0 comma 1. So the projection of SP on this line. So you have to draw the perpendicular from point to this line. You get some M. This is the projection. This is the projection. Projection of SP on the line x plus y equal to 1. This is the projection. The rate of change of MS is what they are asking. So dx by dt, the rate of change of x coordinate, that is abscissa, dx by dt is 4 units per second. We have to find out d by dt of MS. The projection of SP on that line x plus y equal to 1 is what? That is the question. This is the meaning of the question, my dears. How to crack this one? Dx by dt, the rate of change of x with respect to time. So 4 units per second. D by dt of ms is what? First of all, we need to find the coordinates of m, then only we get the value of ms. So your point is say x1 comma y1. Suppose consider the coordinates of p as x1 comma y1. Otherwise you may take the coordinates as 80 square comma 280. No problem. I would like to find the foot of perpendicular. Suppose your foot m is h comma k. I am going to apply the condition h minus x1 by a is 1 is equals to k minus y1 by 1 is equals to minus of ax1 plus by1, that is x1 plus y1 minus 1 by a square plus b square, that is 2. From that you can calculate the foot. H is equals to minus of x1 plus y1 minus 1 by 2 plus x1. That is what? 2x1 minus x1, x1 minus y1 plus 1. Am I correct or not? By 2. This is h. Again, what is the value of k? K is equals to y1 minus 2 times of x1 plus y1 minus 1 by 2. y1 is equals to, k is equals to y1, this is by 2. y1 minus x1 plus y1 minus 1 by 2. 2y1 minus y1. y1 minus x1 plus 1 by 2. So, this is the foot. H comma k we obtained. h comma k is equals to x1 minus y1 plus 1 by 2 comma y1 minus x1 plus 1 by 2. Okay, now can I get the distance Sm or not? We can easily get the value of Sm. So I am going to rough this one. Remember dx by dt is 4 units. Oh. Your M is like this. You have to find out the distance Sm. These are the coordinates of M. Sm is equals to square root of what? x1 minus y1 plus 1. x1 minus y1 plus 1 by 2 minus 1 whole square plus y1 minus x1 plus 1 by 2 whole square. This is Sm. We have to find out the rate of change of this Sm. That's why I am going to find out the distance. So square root of, this is nothing but square root of x1 minus y1 plus 1, this is minus 2 minus 1. Your focus is what? 1 comma 0. So this is nothing but x1 minus y1 minus 2 plus 1, that is minus 1 whole square by 4 plus y1 minus x1 plus 1 whole square by 4. See here both are same, these are under root. If you take the minus common, y1 minus x1 plus 1, both will be same. That is nothing but square root of half of x1 minus y1 minus 1 whole square is there. That is nothing but, its value is nothing but 1 by root 2 modulus of x1 minus y1 minus 1. What is its modulus value? Which one is more? Y square is equals to 4x. When x is equals to 1, the value of y is 2. X is equal to 2, the value of y is what? 2 root 2. Y is more. Therefore, y value should be more. This is negative. So, mod x is equal to minus x for x less than 0. Its value is 1 by root 2 times of y1 minus x1 plus 1. This is what? Sm. This is the value Sm. For any point on x comma y. For any point on x comma y. So the variable distance Sm is taken as 1 by root 2 times of y minus x plus 1. Now Sm by St is what now? Sm by St is equal to 1 by root 2 times of dy by dt minus dx by dt. So at what point you have to find out? At x comma y is your 4 comma 4 they are given to you. At x is the rate of change 4. At the point is 4 comma 4 you have to write. Dx by dt is already is there. Dx by dt is what? Dx by dt is equal to 4 units. How to find dy by dt? We have y square is equal to 4x. We have y square equal to 4x. Differentiate with respect to t on both sides. 2y dy by dt is equals to 4 times of dx by dt. 2 cancel out 2 times. Already they are given that at x comma y is 4. 4 times of dy by dt is equals to 2 times of dx by dt is what? 4. 4 gets cancelled. dy by dt at 4 comma 4 is 2. dy by dt is 2. Already dx by dt is what? 4. So 1 by root 2 times of dy by dt is 2 minus 4 you have to write. This is 1 by root 2 times of minus 2, that is minus root 2. So Sm by St is minus root 2 units per second. The value of Sm by St is what? Minus root 2 units per second. This is your answer. So in this manner you have to crack this one. So you may take the parametric equations also, or you may take the point x comma y on the parabola. This is variable point. So this length is varying because by changing the position of P itself, the perpendicular, the foot of perpendicular M automatically will be changed. Sm is already also changed. When Sm is changed, you have to find out the rate of change when the axis of the point is varying in this manner. So if suppose your point is here, you have to draw the foot of perpendicular from that point to the line joining of S to the line, that is the x plus y is equals to 1. This is the line x plus y equal to 1. Your point is here itself. Again draw the perpendicular and find Sm. So for different values of P, your M is automatically changed. By x coordinate is varying in this manner. Dx by dt is equals to 4. Then what is d by dt of Sm? What is d by dt of Sm? That is your question. In this manner you can easily crack this one. So just you have to find out the value of Sm in this manner by 2-point form. Before going to find the 2-point form, you need to find the coordinates of M. That is the foot of perpendicular drawn from P to the line. X plus y is equals to 1. Okay. So see this one. Two parabolas have the same focus if their directrix are x and y axis respectively. How many parabolas are given to you? Two parabolas have same focus. The focus is fixed for both the parabolas and their directrix are x-axis and y-axis respectively. Then the slope of their common chord is what? You have to find out the slope of the common chord. So what are the two parabolas here? The two parabolas have same focus. Suppose this is the focus of the parabola, say. One parabola is like this. Am I correct or not? This is the y-axis, is your directrix. This is my focus, like that. Another parabola is maybe in this manner. Am I correct or not? This is the same focus to this parabola also. Okay. So you can produce this one. This is the first parabola. It is the second parabola. This is my first parabola and this is the second parabola. Okay, this is the point of intersection. This is the one of the point of intersection. This is the another point of intersection. You have to find out the slope of the common chord of these two parabolas. This is the common chord of these two parabolas. You have to find out the slope of that one. So your focus is fixed here. This is the focus. Suppose the focus is at x1 comma y1, say. Now, can I write the parabola equations or not? Once if you know the focus and directrix, what is the equation of directrix y-axis here? That is x equal to 0. This is y equal to 0. So by writing the equations itself, we can easily write the common chord. So just the diagram. So appearance of the diagram, we have taken some time. X equal to 0 is directrix and corresponding focus is x1, y1. x1, y1 is focus and directrix is x equal to 0. Can I write the equation or not? Sp by Pm is equals to 1. Let P x comma y is any point on the locus. Directly I am taken, or you may take h comma k like that. Sp square is equal to Pm square. That means x minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equal to Pm square. That is the distance from x comma y to x equal to 0 is what? X. That is by squaring x square. or you may take h comma k and then write the locus, no problem. X minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equal to x square. This is the equation number 1, represents this parabola. And again, your focus is not changed. This is x1 comma y1. Directrix is changed here. Y is equals to 0. So this is the parabola. This is equation number 2. Then what is its equation now? Same. X minus x1 whole square plus y minus y1 whole square is equals to y square here. This is equation number 2. We have to find out the common chord of these two. Just by subtracting one from other, you get the common chord. This is cancel out. X square minus y square is equals to 0. So the common chord of these two parabolas are either x minus y equal to 0 or x plus y is equals to 0. So the slope of their common chords is what now? Plus or minus 1. Am I correct or not? Y equal to x, y is equal to minus x. So plus or minus 1 are the slopes of the common chord of these two parabolas. So two parabolas having the same focus at x1, y1 and their directrix are coordinate axis. So the parabolas may be in this manner. We subtract one from other, we get the common chord itself. Next one, see this question. What is that? C is the center of circle with center at 0, 1 and radius unity. The radius of the circle is 1 unit and center is at what? 0, 1. P is the parabola, y is equals to ax square. P is the parabola, y is equal to ax square. The set of values of a for which they meet at a point other than the origin is what? The set of values of a. So we have to find out the range of values of a for which they meet at a point other than the origin. How many curves are there? Two curves. One is circle and other one is parabola. These meet at 2 points other than the origin. Then for what values of a that is happening? You have to find out here. What is the center of the circle here? Center is 0, 1. What is the radius? Unity, 1. Implies what is the equation of circle? X minus 0 whole square plus y square is equals to y minus 1 whole square is equals to 1. So center 0, 1. X square plus y minus 1 whole square is equals to 1. This is the equation of the circle and parabola is y is equal to ax square. These are the two curves. Let us see in this figure. This is x-axis, this is the y-axis, parabola. This is the parabola, y is equal to x square. Axis along y-axis. And I am going to write the circle. This is the circle. What is its center? Center on y-axis, 0, 1. 0, 1 is center. Its radius is 1 unit. Clearly it touches x-axis. So other than origin, these two intersect at this point. At that time, you have to find out the range. We have to find out the range of A. So clearly, this is y. Substitute here itself. What we have? X square plus y is ax square minus 1 whole square. It is equals to 1. So x square plus y minus 1 whole square is equals to 1 is the circle equation and y is equal to ax square is the parabola equation. I am substituting this one here itself. X square plus a square x power 4 plus 1 minus 2ax square is equal to 1. Plus 1 here cancel out. You can take common x square itself. X square into 1 plus a square x square minus 2a is equals to 0. X square is equal to 0, then x equal to 0, automatically y equal to 0. 0, 0 is the one of the point on both curves. That is the point of contact itself, by figure itself. So, by taking this one, x square, a square x square is equals to 2a minus 1. So, x square is what? 2a minus 1 by a square. X square is always positive. If it is positive, then only we get the two real and distinct points of intersections. Okay, so x square is equals to a minus 1 by a square. We have to make that one as positive. When x equal to 0, automatically we get the point of contact. So x square, for no value of x is equals to 0, we have x square is always positive. Even the x is negative, x square should be positive. When x equal to 0, that will be 0. But we are not taking x is equal to 0 here, that must and should be positive. In that sense, a square is always positive. 2a minus 1 must and should be positive. This is only for 2a greater than 1. That means a greater than 1 by 2. For a greater than 1 by 2, our both curves intersect at two distinct real points except origin, other than the origin. So origin is automatically one of the point of contact of these two curves, that is one is parabola and other one is circle, and there exist 2 points of intersections. For the two curves, one point of contact is there, 2 points of intersections are there. These 2 points of intersections are real and distinct. For that condition is a greater than 1 by 2. Just by writing the value of y here itself and then observe the condition itself, we obtain the condition, that is a greater than 1 by 2, my dears. So C is center of the circle, R is the radius, that is 1 unit. We find the equation of circle with center at C and radius R and substitute the y value here itself. We get the equation in this manner. Take x square common. For x equal to 0, we get the point of contact. For x not equal to 0, to get the points of intersections, that is both the points of intersections are real and distinct, that is exist only for a greater than 1 by 2. Okay. This is the question. The triangle PQR of area A, capital A is the area of the triangle PQR, is inscribed in the parabola y square is equal to 4ax such that the vertex P lies at the vertex of the parabola. P is the vertex of the triangle, that is at the vertex of the parabola, and the base QR is focal chord. What is your base? QR is the focal chord. Then the modulus of the difference of the ordinates of the points Q and R are what? That is the question. So one parabola is there, that is y square is equal to 4ax. PQR is the triangle which is inscribed in the parabola, whose vertex of the parabola is vertex of the triangle, one of the vertex of the triangle. Just let us see here. This is the x-axis. This is the parabola. Y square is equals to 4ax. This is the chord. QR is chord. These are the two other sides of the triangle. This is the vertex P, Q, R. P is the one of the vertex of the triangle. Okay. QR is the focal chord. This is the triangle which is inscribed in this parabola y square is equal to 4ax. What you have to find out? The modulus of the difference of the ordinates of Q and R. So how to obtain ordinate here? The perpendicular drawn from Q to here, this is M1 say, and this is the ordinate of R. This is M2. We have to find out the difference of the ordinates. And moreover, given that the area of this triangle is capital A. Area of the triangle is your capital A. Area of the triangle PQR is equals to capital A. This is the first condition. Now, I am going to take the coordinates of QR, 81 square comma 281, and this is 82 square comma 282. This is origin. What is the area of the triangle? Half modulus of x1 y2 minus x2 y1. Therefore, it is given to you A is equals to half modulus of x1 y2. AT1 square into 2AT1. AT1 square into 2AT2. X1, Y2 minus X2, Y1. X2, AT2 square into 2AT1. This is the thing. So half into 2A square into T1 T2 into modulus of T1 minus T2. Half gets cancelled. A square T1 T2 into mod T1 minus T2. Area is always positive, you may take modulus also. What is your T1 T2, my dears? Q of T1 and R of T2 are the ends of the focal chords, so immediately we obtain the condition that T1 T2 is equal to minus 1. So it is minus 1. A square into minus 1 into mod T1 minus T2. This is nothing but A square times of modulus of T1 minus T2. This is your area A. From that, mod T1 minus T2 is what? Modulus of T1 minus T2 is equals to A by A half of that one, A square. A into A, AT1 square into this one. This is the area of the triangle. A is the area of triangle. Mod T1 minus T2 is A by A square we obtain. What you have to find out? The modulus of the difference of the ordinates of the points Q and R are what? This is the ordinate. What is the ordinate? 2AT1. What is the ordinate here? 2AT2. This is the difference you have to find out. We mean it is nothing but 2A times of modulus of T1 minus T2. But what is your T1 minus T2 here? A by A square. Substitute here. 2A into capital A by A square. A gets cancelled. So 2 capital A by small a. This is the difference of the ordinates. So ordinate means what here? You have to draw the perpendicular from that point to the axis. This gives the ordinate. So this is 2AT1. This is what? 2AT2. The difference is what? Modulus of 2AT1 minus 2AT2. Already we obtained modulus of T1 minus T2. That is A by A square by equating the area itself. Area of triangle formed by the 3 points 0, 0, x1, y1 and x2, y2 is what? Half modulus of x1, y2 minus x2, y1. That is one thing we are used here. And one more thing is the differences. 2AT1 minus 2AT2 we obtained here. Okay. So the difference is what? 2A into T1 minus T2. We substitute T1 minus T2 here. We obtain the value as 2A by A. This is the value. See the question. If A1, B1 and A2, B2 are the two focal chords of the parabola, y square is equal to 4ax, then the chords A1, A2, B1, B2 intersect on what? That is your question. A1, B1, A2, B2 are what? Two focal chords of the parabola y square is equals to 4ax. These are the two focal chords. That means the two chords intersect at focus. Then the chords joining of A1, A2 and B1, B2. That means A1, A2 is another chord, B1, B2 is the next chord. We produced that one. They intersect on what they are asking. See the diagram? This is the parabola. This is 2 points, A1, B1. This is the one of the point, this is the another point. This is the chord. It is focal chord. Take another 2 points. This is A2 and it is B2 say. Join these two, we get the another line. These two intersect at this point. This is my focus. Okay. These two are focal chords. Now join A1, A2. You get in this manner. Join B1, B2. You get in this manner. These two lines intersect at what they are asking. So I am taking A1 as point AT1 square comma 2AT1 and B as T2. AT2 square comma 2AT2. A2 is T3 and B2 is T4 say. A of T1 means A AT1 square comma 2AT1. T3 means 83 square comma 283 like that. Here A1 B1 is focal chord. Focal chord implies T1 T2 is equals to minus 1. T1 T2 is minus 1. Similarly T3 T4 is also minus 1. This is T3, this is T4. It is also passing through focus. We obtain the condition. These are the two conditions. Keep one side. Now, what is the equation of A1, A2? That is, equation of line joining of A1, A2 is obtained by y into T1 plus T3 is equal to 2 times of x plus A T1 T3. This is the equation of line joining of A1 comma A2. That is A1, A2 equation. What is the equation of B1, B2? What is B1, B2? T1 and this is B1, B2. These are the 2 points B1, B2. Y into T2 plus T4 is equals to 2 times of x plus A T2 T4. These are the two equations. From these two equations itself, you have to find out the point of intersection of these two lines. You have to find out the point of intersection of these two lines. How to obtain this one? We have the result T1 T2 as minus 1 and T3 T4 as minus 1. So we can write T2 by minus 1 by T1 plus T4 by minus 1 by T3. We are converting these T2 T4 in terms of T1 T3 is equal to 2 times of x plus A into T2 minus 1 by T1 into minus 1 by T3. So y times of minus T3 minus T1 by T1 T3 is equal to 2 times of x plus A by T1 T3. We mean minus y times of T1 plus T3 is equals to 2 times of x into T1 T3 plus A. Already what is the equation 1 here? This is one say y into T1 plus T3 is equal to 2 into x plus A T1 T3. This is minus y into T1 plus T3 is equal to 2 times of x T1 T3 plus A. By adding these two equations, what we obtain? 1 plus 2 implies this is 0 and 2x plus 2 times of x plus A T1 T3 plus 2 times of x T1 T3 plus A is equals to 0. So take 2 common, x plus 2 times of x plus x into T1 T3. So x times of 1 plus T1 T3 plus A times of T1 T3 plus 1 is equals to 0. Again take 1 plus T1 T3 common, we get x plus A times of something is equal to 0. So your point of intersection is say x1 comma y1, that lies on what? X plus A equal to 0. What is your x plus A? Directrix of the parabola. Your point of intersection lies on the directrix of the parabola. This is your point of intersection some P say, it lies on x plus A equal to 0. We mean they intersect on directrix. That means if you take any two focal chords, that means they are intersecting at focus, you join these two lines, these 2 points and also these 2 points, they meet at exactly on the directrix of the parabola itself. Okay, thank you.